Introduction: a tapestry of cultures. The Philippines, an archipelago of over 7,000 islands, boasts a history as rich and varied as its stunning landscapes. From pre-colonial times, Filipinos have navigated a complex tapestry of cultural influences. The archipelago, strategically positioned in Southeast Asia, has been a crossroads for trade and cultural exchange for centuries. This rich heritage is evident in the country's vibrant traditions, languages, and art forms. This essay aims to provide a glimpse into the fascinating history of the Philippines, a journey through time that has shaped the nation's identity. We'll delve into the pre-colonial era, a time when diverse indigenous communities thrived. Then, we'll explore the arrival of the Spanish, their 333-year rule, and the indelible mark they left on the Filipino psyche. From there, we'll move to the American period, a time of new ideas and influences, followed by the tumultuous years of the Japanese occupation during World War II. Finally, we'll examine the Philippines' struggle for independence and its journey toward becoming the modern nation it is today. This historical exploration will reveal how past events continue to shape the Philippines and its people. Before the colonizers, the first Filipinos. Long before the arrival of European colonizers, the Philippine Islands were teeming with life and culture. Archaeological evidence suggests that humans have inhabited the archipelago for at least 67,000 years, with a rich history of indigenous communities. These early Filipinos were skilled seafarers, traders, and artisans, developing complex social structures and belief systems. They lived in villages called barangays, each headed by a chieftain called a datu. These early communities were in contact with other Asian civilizations, particularly the Chinese and the Malays. Trade flourished, bringing with it cultural exchange and the spread of new ideas. The Filipinos developed sophisticated agricultural practices, cultivating rice, bananas, and other crops. They were also skilled weavers, creating intricate textiles that reflected their cultural identity. Despite the arrival of Islam in the 14th century, much of the Philippines remained animistic, with a deep reverence for nature and ancestor spirits. This spiritual connection to the land is evident in their folklore, rituals, and oral traditions which have been passed down through generations. The pre-colonial Filipinos, with their strong sense of community and reverence for their ancestors, laid the foundation for the resilient spirit that would define the nation in the centuries to come. Under the Spanish flag, 333 years of change. The arrival of Ferdinand Magellan in 1521 marked the beginning of a new era for the Philippines, one of profound change and upheaval. Magellan's expedition, though he himself perished in a battle with a local chieftain, paved the way for Spanish colonization, which would last for over 3 centuries. The Spanish established Manila as the capital, and sought to convert the Filipinos to Christianity, building churches and imposing their religious beliefs. The Spanish colonial era saw the introduction of new systems of governance, education, and social organization. The Filipinos were introduced to Catholicism, which became deeply ingrained in their culture. The Spanish language also left its mark, influencing the development of Filipino languages. However, Spanish rule was not without its challenges. Forced labor, heavy taxation, and suppression of indigenous beliefs led to numerous uprisings. Filipinos yearned for freedom and a return to their cultural roots. Despite the hardships, Filipinos found ways to resist and preserve their cultural identity. They incorporated elements of Spanish culture into their own, creating a unique blend that is evident in art, music, and cuisine. The seeds of nationalism were sown during this period, as Filipinos began to envision a future free from colonial rule. The American Era, a new kind of influence. Following the Spanish-American War in 1898, the Philippines came under American control, ushering in another period of significant transformation. The Americans introduced a new system of public education, focusing on democratic ideals and English language instruction. This had a profound impact on Filipino society, fostering literacy and exposure to Western ideas. The American period saw improvements in infrastructure, healthcare, and sanitation. However, American rule also brought its share of challenges, including land disputes, economic exploitation, and suppression of Filipino nationalism. Despite these obstacles, the Philippines continued to develop its own identity, blending American influences with its existing culture. Filipino artists and writers began to explore themes of national identity and the complexities of colonial rule. The seeds of independence sown during the Spanish era continued to grow, fueled by the desire for self-determination. The American period, though marked by its own set of complexities, played a crucial role in shaping the political and social landscape of the Philippines, setting the stage for the nation's eventual